Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode. We are up to part 12 now of our TEW 2020 Yes Mod series, which is called the Yes Movement. Thanks everyone who's made it this far. You've obviously enjoyed some of the videos, so hopefully you've left a like and you've subscribed. If not, please do so. It's really helpful for the channel. And if you're new, I'll pop a little card up if not already, so you can go back and watch all the other episodes. That would be awesome. Anyway, let's get into it. So we're booking WWE Raw. We're into June of the second week, and let's see what happens. So Evan Bourne versus Titus O'Neil is on the pre-show. Evan Bourne gets a win with the Airborne. That gets a 50 rating. Which is pretty decent because Evan Bourne's at about 40 popularity and Titus O'Neil's around 35. Cesaro picks up a win in the pre-show in a fatal four-way. That gets a 50, which is Antonio Cesaro's about 50 popularity. Darren Young's around 35. Hunako and Yoshi Tatsu around 20 to 25. So the 50 is okay for most of them. So let's move on to the last pre-show match. We have the New Age Outlaws picking up a win over Primo and Epico and Tons of Funk, which gets a 48, which I would have thought would have been better than the others because of the popularity of the New Age Outlaws and Sweet Tea, but not to be. Obviously, the Outlaws are not putting up the best numbers in ring wise. Sweet Tea getting a 51 though. So yeah, the Outlaws are decent at angles, but they seem to be letting us down in the ring. So yeah, they're using them as a way of getting popularity to our other teams is going to be the thing that we do, even though they want another tag title run. We start the show off. Stephanie and Trips come out and they bring out Daniel Bryan, who's had lots of visits to local medical facilities, as they call it, after Kane's attacks. He's passed all of the doctor's recommendations and is cleared to wrestle. And they are being a bit condescending towards him, like, "Are you sure you're okay?" Triple H is starting a bit of a heel turn here. He is now alongside Stephanie McMahon as the authority, as we're starting to build towards that. Triple H also mentions after the beating he took from Brock Lesnar, he's taken a little step back from the ring for a while. So we'll, as we sort of have ended that feud, it's time for me to move the storyline on now. We have Daniel Bryan defeating John Morrison, and John Morrison's first match back with the company. I didn't go with like a hype thing for John Morrison. This was kind of like a surprise match. And it got a 73, which is great. Daniel Bryan's about 70, 73, 74 popularity. John Morrison is at 50. So hopefully that's a little boost there for John Morrison. Good angle afterwards. Kane comes out. Daniel Bryan seems to be ready for him. Puts up a bit of a fight, but in the end, he's exhausted from his match, and Kane hits a choke slam. Lets the fire come out, and then leaves laughing at what is left in the ring. We have a tag team match. Wade Barrett and Drew McIntyre have seemed to have formed an alliance. They pick up a win over Gabriel and Kidd. Gets a 60 rating, which again is great for everyone involved because Wade Barrett is in the mid 60s to high 60s for popularity. Drew McIntyre and Gabriel and Kidd are 35 and below. I think they're at like 25, 26, something like that. So a 60 rating again, hopefully, should be good enough for them to gain some popularity. Fingers crossed. We have the angle next as Barrett and McIntyre are celebrating. Kofi sneaks through the crowd, waits for Barrett to turn and hits a Trouble in Paradise, getting revenge for that bullhammer attack from the week prior. He then escapes McIntyre and leaves up the ramp celebrating. That gets a 78, which is a decent rating for this Intercontinental title story. I think Kofi's at like 50 to 55 popularity. And again, Drew McIntyre being involved in this, hopefully we'll see some popularity gains for him as his momentum starts to pick up. I think I'm going to use this team for a while until I can get McIntyre up to that level. Get another mid-card Intercontinental title level wrestler. Nikki Bella defeats Natty Neidhart, which gets a 55, which is around Nikki's popularity level. Natty's around 35, so again, hoping to get a boost there. They've got good chemistry as well, great chemistry. So this is a match I can build to in the future if I can get Natty more popular. And then afterwards, all 6 women come out and have a brawl, which gets broken up by the officials, and the heels leave as the babyfaces kind of get a celebratory little victory there. Roman Reigns gets a win over Ted DiBiase. No interference in this one, just a straight up singles match. I'm getting towards turning the Shield face. Probably should have booked it the other way and had Ted DiBiase defeat Cody. Not Cody. Ted DiBiase defeat Seth Rollins and have Reigns defeat Cody, because the popularity swing was higher for Cody's at 55, Ted DiBiase's at 45. He might be up to 50 now after they won the non-title match, tag team match. So yeah, it was probably better to do it the other way to try and even it out. But I wanted Roman to get this win. It seems to be easier to get Seth back up with popularity because of his entertainment skills are better than Roman's. So for now, this is how we'll keep Roman's popularity. We cut backstage. There probably is an advert in between, and when we come back, the Shield are backstage cutting a promo, talking about how they're going to take out their opponents at Payback and prove that they're the most dominant team in WWE. Believe in the Shield, which I've spelled wrong. Brilliant. 76 rating overall. Again, which is good for these guys. They're all around the 65 popularity mark. And the Usos pick up another victory over Ryder and Hawkins. Babyface match here. Gets a 55 again. I think Ryder's at 52 popularity. All the others are around the 38 mark for the Usos, and might be a 30 mark for Kurt Hawkins, might be a bit lower. And got these 3-hour Raws. The next promo we have is the MVP debut. He's doing his live lounge, and his guests are Orton and Jericho. Both men gets heated as both men swap like verbal bats towards each other, back and forth. MVP stirring the pot and ends up both men brawling and wrecking the joint. MVP's loving it. Straight after, Heath Slater comes out. He believes he's got a match. Jericho's fuming, and he takes over the match because the referees has come down, and Jericho defeats Heath Slater with the walls of Jericho. The Hall of Painers are backstage, and they barricade John Cena into his locker room, moving like loads of heavy equipment in the way, so Cena can't get involved in the next match, which is CM Punk getting a win over Mark Henry. It says with the go to sleep. if he could do that to Mark Henry, then fair play. If not, Anaconda Device is fine with me. Um, Unfortunately, they don't seem to click, and it made for an awkward bout. But a 79 rating, I'll take that. Um, After the match, obviously, the Hall of Painers all come out and destroy CM Punk, and they leave. Paul Heyman then comes out. Obviously, the last time him and CM Punk faced, he got hit with a go to sleep. He gets down on the mat next to Punk, does his cross-legged pose that CM Punk used to do, and tells him that at Payback, Brock Lesnar will be there. So is he going to get involved in the Fatal 4-Way? Is he going to have a face-to-face with Punk afterwards? Is he going to attack him before the match? Um, and he talks about Brock conquering Triple H, although the two men seem to have come to an agreement, and Brock Lesnar is getting paid a large amount to appear at Payback. As I said earlier, Triple H is part of the Authority and is kind of turning heel, so best for business. Get used to hearing that. So that gets a 78. Disappointing there. I was hoping for higher. Our main event's tanked here. It's because Alberto Del Rio sustained a dislocated toe during the match. Oh, that's a shame. Dislocated toe. In the aftermath, Ziggler comes out and brawls with Del Rio. Sheamus misses a brogue kick aimed at Del Rio and catches Ziggler. And that ends the show. So how bad is this going to be? 76. That's really disappointing. The main event absolutely tanked our rating there, which is a shame. I was going to put Punk and Mark Henry as the main event, but they have bad chemistry, yet they still did better than Del Rio and Sheamus. That's a shame. We're going to get them moaning about our ratings, but can't help those injuries, can you? Dislocated toe. Anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. As we build up towards Payback, the next episode will be SmackDown, and yeah, I hope you can join me again. Please like and subscribe, and I really appreciate all the views I'm getting. Any comments, any feedback, please pop it in the comments. I appreciate it all. Thanks very much, and I'll catch you down the road. Bye.